Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup. This week, we have news from Lime Crime about how they're changing things over there. If you're not familiar with Lime Crime, they've had a very sticky history, and I think they're trying to turn that around, but we're going to talk about it. I also have an update on the Kim Kardashian Skin by Kim versus the Skin Plus Salon story. We talked about it some last week, but we have new information there. And then when we get into the product report, we have a new beauty launch from Tati, Westbrook, and Halo Beauty. We've got that and so much more. Hang tight. We're getting into it right now. All right, my friend, this is really important because I do want to add on to what I talked about in last week's show. But if you didn't see last week's show, here's a quick little summary. Essentially, Kim Kardashian is launching a skincare line called Skin by Kim. And we talked about in previous weeks how there is a skincare line by model Lori Harvey called Skin by Lori Harvey. And there's also a salon in New York City that's run and owned and started by a woman named Sydney Lunsford, and that salon is called Skin Plus. Her lawyers had served a cease and desist to Kim's company. They sent this cease and desist to tell Kim Kardashian's brand, hey, you can't use SKKN because we are already using it for our salon, Skin Plus. But as of last week, there was no update on what happened with that cease and desist. But thanks to the website, The Fashion Law, we do have an update because they have more access to those kinds of things than I do as a layperson. So these are the things that we've learned as of this past Wednesday, thanks to The Fashion Law. Full article is linked below. So essentially, there are two companies that are fighting here. There's Kim's a Princess Inc. that's owned by Kim Kardashian, and then there's Beauty Concepts LLC that is owned by Sydney Lunsford. Sydney's lawyers are essentially concerned about a couple of things. First, they're concerned that customers that see the Skin by Kim that are familiar with Skin Plus, her salon in Brooklyn, are going to be confused as to are these associated with the salon or not. The other thing that they are pushing as far as trademark, which is very important in US law, is that Sydney Lunsford has been using the Skin Plus name since 2018, and first to use in commerce is very important in trademark law here in the US. This is directly from the article quoting the lawsuit, the trademark lawsuits. They say that the trademarks are, quote, similar to, overlapping with, and or identical to the goods in the Kardashians' application, so that they are doing the same thing. And also that they are likely to be offered in similar channels of trade or to identical customers. So that basically there's just too much overlap between the two brands and they need to be distinctly different. And because Sydney Lunsford had it first, she should have the right and Kim shouldn't be allowed to use SKKN. So the lawyer for the Kardashians, of course, has a counter argument to this. They essentially say that Beauty Concepts doesn't own the right to SKKN, that they've been using Skin Plus, SKKN Plus, and that that's different. And that the brands are not similar enough in that Kim is launching a skincare line and Sydney Lunsford has a salon, and that technically Kim Kardashian filed her trademarks 3 months before Sydney Lunsford filed hers for Skin Plus. There's another hurdle in trademark law in the US that Beauty Concepts is going to have to get over, and that is the use in what they call interstate commerce. And I learned about this when I applied for my own trademark because I can only sell my product, because it's a cottage food business, in my one state. I can only sell it in the state of Maryland. But because it is a federal trademark, I have to prove that I have customers outside of my state. And thanks to having, you all out there, I did have people who ordered from out of state my marshmallows and just had them shipped to people within the state of Maryland. So thanks to that, I was able to apply for the federal trademark. But because Sydney Lunsford is based in New York and only seems to be serving customers within the state of New York, she has to prove that she is servicing customers outside outside of her state in order to apply for a federal trademark. It's a weird thing that it's just the way that it is. I don't really understand 100% why, but it's just the way that it is. But one thing that's important in this case is that the Skin by Kim trademark applications have been suspended until they find out how things are going to go in court. So when I see updates on this, I will definitely let you know anything that I find out. Speaking of that, because it is semi-related, because it's a trademark thing, the Rare Beauty Cosmetics versus Rare Beauty trademark lawsuit, which is kind of similar to this, I did reach out to Rare Beauty Cosmetics' lawyer to see if I could get an update on the case and did not hear back. I am going to wait another month or two and try to reach out again, but if I hear anything about that particular lawsuit, again, I will let you know. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it when I find something out, hopefully. As I was browsing Instagram, I came upon this post on Trend Mood about Lime Crime. And if you are not familiar with this brand and their history, there is so much drama that has happened in the past, mostly due to the founder of the company. Her name is Doe Deer, and all of the choices that she made. There was also a big security breach back in the day, and they ended up with a pretty bad reputation, not necessarily for the quality of cosmetics, but just as being just a cruddy brand that does cruddy things. At one point, they did try to clear up their reputation through an interview with the influencer. Her name is Jay Kissa. I don't think that interview with Jay Kissa went the way that they had hoped, and there's more evidence of that in this post. It really does seem like they were never able to recover from the drama and scandals that they had back a long time ago. Fast forward to now. So they recently put up this post, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen for you so you can read it in its entirety. But essentially, this was on Instagram, and their CEO, Andrea, wanted customers to know a few things about the direction of the brand. So at first, she admits that the brand hasn't always been forthcoming and that they want to lead with transparency, which I think is really important. The other thing that they're doing, though, is that they have lowered their prices from 30% to 50% off as a brand as a whole, which is a very interesting move. Also, their unicorn hair collection is launched at Target and Walmart stores. There's a little pitch for that. They're also working on changing their formulas and packaging to be, quote, clean yet colorful formulas in, quote, conscious and sustainable packaging like post-consumer recycled plastic and FSC certified paper. They also participated in Sharon Shooter, who is the CEO of Beauty. They participated in the Pull Up or Shut Up campaign, and that they've focused on increasing diversity across their team, content creators and ambassadors, as well as partnering with Black-owned businesses. And my question to you is, have you moved on from the drama with Lime Crime many years ago? For me, Lime Crime is a wash. I really probably can tell you the story of myself and Lime Crime at this point because it's so far water under the bridge. Maybe I'll tell that as a story time at some point of what happened between me and Lime Crime. But I have no interest from buying from this brand ever again. But I know that there are people that just don't care about that stuff. So I'm curious, where do you fall on the spectrum? Did you never stop buying from Lime Crime and you just love them and will continue to buy from them? Or were you a hard boycotter and you will never buy from them again? Or like I am? Or are you somewhere in between? Like maybe this stance and the price drop and all of that will make you consider buying from them again. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments. Maybe I'll do that as a chat topic. I think that would be interesting. I think there's been enough time passed that I can talk about what happened. Stay tuned. This next story is another update on a previous episode of What's Up in Makeup. Actually, last week we talked about Family Dollar, about them not keeping their skincare at the proper temperature and having to recall a bunch of it. But this is an update on their rodent infestation that they had, I think it was back in February. It was in 2022, and it was awful. It was like thousands of rodents. So I am not surprised to hear that their employees are suing them for neglect and for putting them in a position where they had to work in unsanitary conditions. According to the case, the discount retailer has demonstrated, quote, a much larger and troubling pattern of willful and intentional neglect that has endangered the health and safety and well-being of its employees. The case notes that rodents can pass on a plethora of diseases to humans, including salmonella and other things. They say that Family Dollar failed to take even slight care to address the rodent infestation at its West Memphis facility and placed workers in an unreasonable risk of harm. The case looks to represent all employees of the company, including people that had worked there within the past 3 years, or people that just worked more than 20 hours in any work week during that time frame. I do think these employees have a case, and I think they're gonna win. We'll see though. I really wish I was a fly on the wall for this next story because there's very little public information, but you know there is so much bubbling beneath the surface of this story. Basically, the CEO of Sephora, his name is Martin Brock. He is leaving Sephora at the end of the month. He's only been CEO since 2020 and he is leaving. And they say the rumor is, according to a memo that they were able to get, that he is leaving due to a divergence of views, whatever that means. I want to know what it means. I'm so nosy. Like, I want to know what happened. He has been the CEO of lots of companies. He actually left Starbucks in order to go to Sephora, but he also worked for like Nike and a bunch of other companies. And the other juicy thing about this is he is going to be replaced by the person that he replaced. His name is Chris de La Puente. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. He had been the CEO from 2011 until he was replaced by Martin Brock in 2020, and now he's keeping his current role there, but then he's also going to be CEO of Sephora. So, oh gosh, I just wish I knew everything that was happening. It's like, oh my gosh, can you imagine being a fly on the wall in that place? Like, what could be the divergence of views? What could they be? I don't know. I would love to know. If I ever know, I'll let you know. Last story in top news is one that I'm actually really excited about because if you don't know, I used to be a special education teacher and I worked a lot with adaptive technology and both high tech and low tech. And I'm always excited to see adapted technology worked into makeup so that it can be accessible to more people. So those of us that don't have fine motor difficulties really take for granted how easy it is to like just pick up a brush and use it. But for somebody that does have these difficulties, it really can be so discouraging that it's like, why even bother? It makes it so it's just not fun anymore. So there's a brand we actually talked about quite a while ago when they launched. It's called Guide Beauty. They launched in February of 2020, and they specifically designed their products to be more accessible to everybody. And they're supposed to not just be easier to use for people with fine motor difficulties, but easier to use for everybody. Their most popular product is really cool. It's called the Guide Eyeliner Duo. So the wand is vertical specifically so that it'll be easier to use. It also has a flexible tip that follows the eye's natural shape, according to them, and then a built-in finger rest and a rounded edge to steady and guide application. And they do show you how you can achieve a wing with this tool if that's the thing that you like to do. They also have in their line a mascara, a brow gel, an eyeshadow palette, and then different makeup brushes in order to, help people to hold their brushes better. If you go to their website though, they have made some major changes and you'll probably recognize the face that is prominent on their branding, which is Selma Blair. And if you are a child of the 80s and 90s, you probably recognize her from so many movies from back then. And you probably know that she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis back in 2018, but she does believe that she had it for way longer, way before she was diagnosed. Selma Blair isn't just the new face of this brand. She's actually taking a leadership role in the brand and product development for their line, along with their founder. Her name is Tare Bryant. She was diagnosed with Parkinson's. So they're going to be working together to develop new products. And I'm really excited about this line. I do love Selma Blair. I've heard her speak about MS and disability awareness and all of that. And I'm just excited for this brand. I think that it's so cool. The only thing is that the price is very expensive, I guess, due to the technical packaging. So that would limit how accessible it is for some people. But other than that, like, this just seems, it's such a great idea. Maybe one day they'll come out with a line that has maybe a little less bougie packaging so it could be financially accessible for more people. Moving on to the product report, let us start with Tati Halo Beauty Vitamins. I actually, when I saw the announcement video, I was like, is she coming out with skincare? Like, I was actually kind of getting excited to see what Tati would come out when it comes to skincare, but it is more vitamins. These specifically, these new vitamins are targeted toward anti-aging. And Tati says specifically in the video that they are for people aged 30 plus. The hero ingredient in this is the Sakura flower extract. There's $49.95 for 30 capsules, and you do take one per day. She says it supports cellular regeneration, collagen formation, and supple and smooth skin. She also mentions that you can pair this with your own multivitamin, or you can pair it with her kiwi vitamins or her hair, skin, and nail booster if you want. Other ingredients in here are zinc, copper, choline, black ginger extract, and there's a bunch more. You just have to, her video, she explains everything, which she's definitely learned, because I remember when her first video came out, there was so many ingredients that people were confused about. I remember I made a video about it, there were a bunch of people made a video about it, just completely confused by these ingredients. So I was really happy to see that she spent some time just giving a quick summary of what the different ingredients do. If you are interested in this, apparently there's a 20% discount on her website if you sign up for emails, which she's trying to just get people to try it so that they'll fall in love with it and then continue to buy it. Honestly, maybe I'm gullible, I don't know, but I kind of wanted to try this when I looked at it, but then I remembered I actually have a new toy that I'm going to be playing with that I don't want to overlap new things. So maybe when I'm done with this new toy I just got for my birthday last week, my husband bought for me, that I will show you very, very soon, then maybe I'll try this vitamin. I don't know. What do you think? I get so nervous about taking supplements. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Now, this is something I will definitely not buy, this next product. You know, there used to be a time, and we've talked about these in What's in Makeup for years, where they had a KFC chicken flavored nail polish that was an April Fool's joke, right? And then last year they had Outback Steakhouse was gonna be coming out with steak flavored lipsticks or something. But those were just April Fool's pranks. They were not real. But now in 2022, we have these April Fool's pranks that are actually coming to real life where you can actually buy them. Let me tell you what's going on. So we have the Nails Inc. and Velveeta nail polish line. And supposedly the nail polishes, when they dry down, they do smell like cheese, which is weird for me. It's a little weird for me, but if you want them, they are available now. It's $15 for the pair. And then they also have nail stickers. Those are $4.99, and they're all cheese macaroni, flavored, not flavored. Oh, don't eat the stickers. They're themed toward cheese and macaroni and cheese and stuff. This is what's so weird, is that they did have, I think it was last year, that it was a Velveeta skincare line that was their April Fool's prank, and it was actually kind of cool looking, but it was a prank. It wasn't real. This is actually a real product. But I guess I bought these Oscar Mayer bologna face masks, and I think that maybe that's the inspiration. They know people are they like weird stuff and they just want to smell the cheese, I guess. I don't know. I'm not getting them. Let me know if you get them though. All right, moving over to Sephora. I have questions about this product. So this is the Sephora Clean Glitter Eyeshadow Palette. It's $18. It boasts that there's no microplastics in there. So I looked at the ingredients because it is a glitter palette. I was wondering what the glitter was made out of, and it looks like it's made from rayon. And I cannot wait for a professional to weigh in on this, because I did a quick Google search just to see what I could find, and I didn't recognize any of the names of the websites that I found. But essentially all of them said that rayon, even though from the surface, it's made from plants, all of that, it's not good for the environment because it takes a lot of energy to create, number one, and number two, it's made from these trees. What are the trees called? Softwood trees. That they're cutting down the trees. So that's not good for the environment either. But I know nothing about softwood trees. I know nothing about rayon. So I don't know if this is bad for the environment or not. So I'm just taking it with a grain of salt. I don't know. I mean, from everything I've heard, biodegradable glitter is not any better than regular glitter. It's just all bad for the environment. Update from last week, we talked about the LYS No Limits Cream Bronzer and Contour Sticks, that those were coming. They're now at Sephora at $19 each, 5 shades. The swatches do look like a nice gradient, so that's cool. Thought it was a little weird that there's niacinamide in here, which is a fantastic skincare ingredient, but there are some people that are sensitive to it. So if you're sensitive to it, just be aware there's niacinamide in these. Also new to the Sephora website, the Tarte Tartelette Tubing Mascara, $24 for the full size, $15 for the mini. They say it's up to 24-hour flake-free, smudge-proof, long-wearing tubing mascara that's clinically shown to visibly volumize, lengthen, and curl. But what I thought was weird about this is it didn't talk anything about removing it with just water, which I think is the biggest perk of a tubing mascara. So I was surprised it didn't say that. I thought that was weird. I do love the packaging though, side note. I think the packaging is super cute, but I'm wondering if like it doesn't remove with just water, because why wouldn't you talk about that? I don't know, I don't get it. A few products that are coming soon to the Sephora website, the ABH Nouveau Palette, $55. It's launching on June 16th. On their Instagram, you have to tell me what you think of this. They made a really weird post of the swatches of this palette. I'm gonna show it on the screen now. On everybody that they swatched this on, they put down a very light colored base before they put the shadow down, which I thought was, number one, nice that they're being transparent, that they're putting it over a light colored base, because if you don't have that skin tone, like, you're gonna be surprised if it doesn't look like that in person, you know? But was it necessary? That's the question, is was this light base necessary? Because usually ABH palettes perform pretty well. Like, why did they feel the need to put this light base down? I'm very confused by this. And I've just been disenchanted with ABH for a while, just as a brand. So I'm not gonna get this, but I'm looking forward to seeing other people's review of it and whether you need like a light skin tone primer in order for it to even show up on you. If I'm gonna pay that much money for it, it better work with any eye primer, I'm just saying. But I'm not buying it anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Next up, the Kosas Hot Liner Hyaluronic Acid Contouring Lip Liner, $19, 6 shades. It's retractable, and it does talk about how the hyaluronic acid is supposed to visibly plump the lips. And I'm wondering, in a solid form like that, because usually lip liners are not like smooth and creamy like a lipstick or a lip gloss or anything. Like, can it really plump the lips? I know hyaluronic acid can, you know, through bringing water into the skin, but I don't know, that just seems weird to me that a lip liner would be able to visibly plump the lips, unless it's just like a drawing on technique rather than the hyaluronic acid. Like, it seems like they're suggesting. That does launch on June 14th. And then moving over to Pat McGrath, both of these products are launching on June 17th. We have the Skin Fetish Divine Blush Duo, $44 each. Oh my gosh, are these beautiful or what? Absolutely gorgeous. And then the Skin Fetish Divine Glow Highlighter, those are $48. I don't understand, why is this more expensive? I don't get why the highlighters are more expensive, because the blushes are clearly more physically beautiful, like to the eye. And also the blushes are 9.7 grams and the highlighters are only 4.6 grams. And I'm gonna pay $4 more for like half as much product. That's just an odd choice. That's weird. All right, moving over to Ulta. NYX released quite a few products that I wanted to share with you. First, we have the Ultimate Glow Shots Vitamin C Infused Liquid Eyeshadows. Those are $13 each, $10.50 each. They say it's a no-flake formula that brings all the shimmer for up to 12 hours. This skincare infused makeup stuff just really, like, I really wish there was a way to know whether it was actually doing anything. There's no way to know. Honestly, for me, I'd rather use a vitamin C moisturizer or eye cream rather than something like this, and just use this for the makeup purpose, you know what I'm saying? The other product that they launched, actually there's 2 more, the Wonder Pencil Multi-Use Micro Highlighting Duo Pencil. And I was like, the Wonder Pencil's been around forever, but this is different because it's 2 sides now. 5 shades, $7. There's a matte side, which is what they had before, and then there's a shimmer side on the other side, which I think is pretty smart. And then also, you know me with my scented makeup. This is Milky Gloss Milkshakes. $8.50, 12 different shades, and they have all different milkshake scents. So there is cherry, choco latte, mango lassi, salted caramel, and so many more. they're gonna get me on this flavored thing. I know they are. They better be better than the freaking Hip Dot lipsticks. That's all I gotta say. And then e.l.f. is expanding on their Putty line. This is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blushes, $7 each. 3 shades. They say it's a subtle shimmer finish, and these are super popular, so it's a natural progression to do some luminous ones. Really, really smart. And then finally, Fenty Beauty's Poutsicle, not Popsicle, Poutsicle Hydrating Lip Stain, 4 popsicle colored shades, $24. They say it's delivering instant hydration for an effortless, low maintenance look, which I think is really smart because a lot of people really like that look of that I just ate a popsicle look. So I'm glad that they're kind of capitalizing on that and capitalizing on it in the summer, which is really smart. All right, PR purchased product of the week. Speaking of lips and poutsicleness, I did get a PR package from Ciate, which I was very interested to get. They sent me their Color Flip lips, and I never tried any of the Color Flip products. I know they've been out for a while. I think these have been out for almost a year, maybe not quite a year, but they're lip glosses, and I'm wearing one today. And essentially the idea is that it's this color when you're inside, and then when you go into the sunlight, it changes into this color. So I did go out in the sunlight, and I'm gonna show you the video of me going out in the sun, and you'll have to tell me whether you think you can see it change. I haven't done like a comparison as of the time that I'm filming, but hopefully you're able to see some kind of change. I don't know. I couldn't see it with my naked eye, but maybe there is a change. Or maybe I need to use one of the brighter colors in order to really see the difference, but the nude colors are more my jam, so so that's what I used, but I'll keep playing with these and I will keep you posted. And then just as a side note, because that's my PR of the week, I am wearing on my eyes the Tiny Marvels palette by Mel Thompson and Sydney Grace. I've been thinking about Mel a lot this week and just really missing her, and going back and rewatching videos and rewatching, you know, our video chat conversations and stuff like that. I did want to remind you that this is still available over on the Sydney Grace website. It's one of my favorite palettes of all time. I am wearing it on my eyes today. So I use Scarab, and I use Spider, and I used Marvel, and Firebutts, which is my favorite, and Web were the shades that I used today to make this look. And I really, really love this look, and I really, really love this palette, and I just wanted to share that with you. Notable sales this week we have from e.l.f. They're having their summer sale, 60% off for Beauty Squad members and 30% off for everyone else. Over at Urban Decay, 30% off Besties Plus Fam sale with free shipping on orders over $50. Then we have the Pharmacy Skincare Blowout sale, 30% off for Hive members is what they call them, and 25% off for everyone else. And then over at Sigma, they're having an up to 75% off sale. And my friend, we are wrapping up as we do with our artist shout out of the week. Allow me to introduce you to Justin. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. He's just so cute. Let's just zoom in on his first look. So this is the Live with Pride look is what he calls this. It kind of reminds me of, if you've seen what Skittles does for Pride Month, they make their Skittles just all gray. This reminds me of that. But of course, the star of this is really the glitter rainbow heartbeat on his face. Just really cute. But I wanted to mention how I think the contacts really are important to this look, so you can truly focus on that rainbow heartbeat. I am going to show you real quick a video of his other Pride look that he did, because he's just so adorable. Like, I just found him today and I love him already. Doesn't he seem lovely? Oh my gosh, I just want to like give him a hug and be like, oh, you're so cute. Move on to the next look, Jen. Shut up. All right, we're gonna go into this look that the caption on this says Death Stare Champion 2022. Now, I usually mostly feature like special effects looks here, but this was just so pretty, I wanted to show you anyway. I mean, everything is just placed so perfectly, from the glitter on the eyes to the lashes to the blush to the slightly overdrawn ombre lips. It's just a really pretty look. And then moving over to the final look, this is called Stroke of Midnight. There's so much to say about this, but I think the highlight of this look for me is the blending of the blue and how beautiful that is and how well done it is. Another thing that I really love about this though is the asymmetry of the blue paired with the symmetry of the rest of the look, including the glitter. And I can't tell if those are supposed to look like tears, but I think it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. It's captivating to me. And I just want to look at his looks all day. He's so incredibly talented. So as always, I will link his Instagram down below if you want to check him out. So fun to go look over there and enjoy his looks. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you as always to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time that you take out of your day to contribute. It really does mean so much to me. Our chat today is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. My oldest Phoenix does have their volleyball tournament today. Wish them luck. I'm so excited for them. I hope that their team crushes it. Their team is like real hit and miss this season, so I really hope that they do very well. That means that I will be here at 5 p.m. hanging out with you, and maybe I'll tell you the lime crime story. Maybe. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I might change my mind on that. I'm like teasing you with it, and then I might change my mind, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to edit it out. So I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned to find out. Maybe I'll just give you like a quick summary without too many details. That way I'm not just being rude and like just telling you a little bit and then just be like, nope, never mind. I won't be rude like that. I'll tell you at least a little bit of that story in chat today. But if it's not time for chat and you want to hang out a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple of videos for you right over here to watch. But if it is your time to go, it is no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. I hope you enjoyed the show, and mad love to you. And I will see you in a video very soon. Bye!